morning, second graders. Let's look at today's lesson, lesson 139. And I'll probably look at Thursdays and on Fridays, okay? Actually, I take that back. Today, y'all aren't doing that. Today, you're doing 138 because I didn't have you do the worksheet yesterday. I apologize. I think you can do today's lesson. Let's look at tomorrow's lesson. Excuse me. Let's go over lesson 139 and 140, okay? And you have something new, and that is rounding to the nearest tenths place, okay? So when we talk about the tens, let's count by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, and so on, right? So if you think of your number line and let's see here. How do I want to do this? Say that you have a number line and here's 20 and here's 30, okay? Here's your number line. We have 20 and we have 30. If I was to say 21. If you were to round 21 to the nearest tens, well, your nearest tens would be 20 or 30, okay? So, is it closer to 20 or is it closer to 30? Well, how many hops over do you have to make to get to 20? Just one. But look, you have to go 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. That's a lot of jumps or hops that you have to do to get to 30. So wouldn't it just be easier to get to 20? Yes. So if you were to round 21 to the nearest tenths, you would say 20. Okay? If I would say, for instance, 28. 28, is it closer to 30 or is it closer to 20? Well, you would have to do 2 hops over. That's easy, isn't it? Well, if you were to go to 20, you would have to do 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20. That's a lot more than 2 hops, isn't it? So if you were to round 28 to the nearest tens, that would be closer to 30. Okay, now, there's some rules to this. Okay? And I'm going to keep showing you this so you see it. But if you think about it, if it was 25, 25's in the middle, right? Because if I was to go 26, 27, and there's 29, and then there's 24, 23, 22. Do you see this? Do you see 25's in the middle? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hops to get to 30, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hops to get to 20. So how do I decide which 10 is it closer to? How am I going to round 25? If 25 is the same many hops both ways. Well, the rule is if your number in your ones place is 5 or more, you round up. If your number in your ones place is 4 or less, you're going to round down. So at 25, you would round up. So you would go to 30. Okay? You would go to 30. So you would go to 30. So if it's 5 or more, you round up. If it's 4 or less, round down. Okay? 5 or more, round up. 4 or less, round down. I was going to put you round down, but I didn't. I marked it out. Sorry. Okay? So when you're rounding to the nearest tens, your number in your ones place is always going to be 0. Okay? Numbers rounded to tens place. Numbers rounded to the tens place have a 0 in the ones place. Okay? So if you look on the back of your worksheet on lesson 139 on page 278, you will see number 1, mark the circle under the numbers that are rounded to the tens place. Well, what did I just say? When you round to the tens place, you have a 0 in the ones place. We all should know what the ones place is. I have stressed place value all year, okay? The ones place. You have the ones, the tens, okay? So your ones place is your number on the right, the last number on the right. It should be a 0. So let's look at number 1. Is 17 rounded to the nearest tens? First question you should ask yourself, is there a 0 in the ones place? What number is in the ones place? It's a 7. So, has it been rounded to the nearest tens place? No, it has not, because it has a 0 in the ones place. It has a 7 in the ones place. I don't know what I just said. I just went blank. I am so sorry. Okay. The next number is 20. What is in the ones place for 20? It's a 0. So what was my rule? What was my rule? Numbers rounded to the tens place have a 0 in the ones place. So yes, you would mark that circle. You would color that circle in because 20 was rounded to the tens place. What about 32? What's in your ones place? A 2. So was 32 rounded to the nearest tens place? No. It does not have a 0 in the ones place. 41. Does 41 have a 0 in the ones place? No, because why? What does it have in the ones place? A 1. So it was not rounded to the nearest tens place. What about 50? What is in your ones place in the number 50? A 0. So was that rounded to the nearest tens place? Yes. it has a 0 in the ones place. I'll let you do the last two yourself. Ask yourself, what number is in my ones place? If it's a 0, it's rounded to the nearest tens. If it's not 0, it has not been rounded to the nearest tens. Okay? All right. Then on the back too, your parents are going to tell you some numbers to write and some combinations to write, okay? I want y'all to listen to the numbers. Listen for place value. Listen for dollars. If they're saying dollars, you're putting what? The dollar sign in the decimal. How many numbers are behind that decimal for cents? 2. Only 2. It has to be 2. If they say $96.05, you're not going to write it as $96.5. That is wrong. That is wrong. Because I've always told you $1.96.05. You have to have 2 numbers behind that decimal, always. If it's a single digit, as in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, or 6, or 7, or 8, or 9, you're going to put a 0 in front of it, okay? You have to, okay? All right. Now, let's look at word problems, okay? So, another thing today that's kind of new, and I've kind of introduced it to y'all, but never really made y'all do this, but it's very important. When you're answering the word problem, when you're answering that question to the word problem, when you answer it, you know, for Miss Murby, when y'all answer questions, you have complete sentences. Well, in math, you can say to have it in your answer in complete sentences is labeling your answer. So if they were asking how many flowers Miss Lunsford had or has, you would say the answer blank flowers. So you would label it. You would answer the question, okay? That's kind of maybe you could say a complete sentence for answering a math question, okay? So let's look at today's word problem, and that is number 4 on the back. Noah and his family enjoy hiking the trail near their camp. They hiked 2 hours on Monday, 4 hours on Wednesday, and 3 hours on Thursday. How many hours did they hike all together? First things first, let's talk about this. What are they asking me? What do they want to know? They want to know how many hours did they hike all together? All together. What is that telling me? What kind of operation am I doing here? What is my clue word? Your clue word is all together. All together. All together is telling me we are going to add. We're going to add how many hours they hiked all together. Okay? So let's look. Let's go back. They hiked 2 hours on Monday. They hiked 4 hours on Wednesday and 3 hours on Thursday. I want to show you something, and I have stressed this so many times with my older kids starting in 3rd grade. Word problems are always so hard. I know, okay? I know. You know, sometimes still today I struggle with them. I have to read them over and over, okay? It's okay. But you can get you a sheet of paper and you can write things out like you're writing notes. Ask yourself, what are they asking me? What is my clue word? What kind of operation am I having to do? What is the information they're giving me? And so this is what I did. So I put my clue word up here all together. And I asked myself, okay, what am I doing? How am I going to work this problem? What are they asking me? They're asking me how many hours altogether have they hiked. So I know altogether means I'm going to add, right? So then I come and I write down the information. Well, Monday they hiked 2 hours. So I put 2 equals Monday. Then I said 4 equals Wednesday because they hiked 4 hours on Wednesday. Then I put 3 equals Thursday because they hiked 3 hours on Thursday. And then look what I did. I knew I was adding these. So I put my addition sign in my line. So 2 hours on Monday plus your 4 hours on Wednesday gives you 6 hours. Then 6 hours plus the 3 hours they did on Thursday gives you 9 hours. Because what is 9? You're answering the question. How many hours did they hike all together? What do they want to know? How many hours? So you would label it as 9 hours. I won't take off if you don't do it, but I have kind of introduced this to you. I've even introduced it to my 1st graders. It's very important, okay? Because when you get to the upper grades, I feel like you should do it because it is important, okay? But look how I just did my notes on these word problems. I'm going to express this, okay? Especially next year when you start taking notes and stuff. I want you to do this. Even if you have to draw a picture. Hey guys, sometimes I do. I have to draw it out for me to understand what they're wanting and what to do. Because eventually you're going to have 2-step process, a 3-step process. And sometimes they give you information you do not need to know, that you will not use because they're trying to trick you. So to me, writing things down like this or drawing a picture will have you visualize it as you're talking it out and reading it, okay? So try that and see if it helps, okay? So I did that one with you. I want you to try the next one, okay? I want you to try the next one. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Multiplication. I hope y'all are doing y'all's facts on multiplication and your addition and subtraction. I think it's so much fun, especially when y'all start learning this, because y'all get so excited and learning multiplication and you know, throwing out numbers and trying to show other students that you know what 10 times 10 is or 1,000 times 1,000. It is so much fun. It's fun for me, and I enjoy that y'all enjoy it. All right, now let's keep going. lesson 140 for Friday is pretty much doing what I had just taught you on rounding to the nearest tens. And they used a heel instead of a number line like I did. And they do the heel, and they do it using 10 at the bottom, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 at the top of the heel, and then you start going down 16, 17, 18, 19, and then 20. So they kind of do it like that. And it's pretty much what I had explained to you. So if you're over here between 14 and 10, or 11 through 14, or 10 through 14, if you were to round it to the nearest tens, you're going to look at your ones place and see. Or you can do this and see, okay, how many hops down? How many steps down? Whatever you want to say for you to remember. But if it's 4 and less, it's going to be 10. It's going to be, you're going to round down. If it's 5 or above, you're going to round up. And that is all depending on what is in your ones place. What is in your ones place? So if you have a 5 in your ones place, you're rounding up. 6 up, 7 up, 8 up, 9 up. If you have a 1, you're rounding down. A 2, down. A 3, down. A 4, down. Okay? So, look, does that help? I have to. Round down if it has a 1, a 2, a 3, or a 4 in the ones place. Round up if it has a 5, 6, a 7, an 8, or a 9. Okay? You can do it. I know you can. I know you can. Y'all are so smart. Y'all are smart little kiddos. Okay, so if we look at number 1 on the back where it says color the numbers pink that round to 30. So let's look at those. Let's see what we're going to color pink here. Okay? Is 30 rounded to 30? Well, yeah, it is. Would you round 31 to 30? What's in your ones place? A 1. So will you round down or up? You would round down because you have a 1 in the ones place. So yes, that would be pink. It would be rounded to 30. 32. What's in your ones place? It's a 2. So you're going to round down. So yes, it's going to be pink because it has a 2 in the ones place. So you're going to do pink for that one. Now, I'm not going to keep going, but I'm going to skip, okay? Look at 35. What is in your ones place? It's a 5. So does that mean you round up or you round down? That means you round up. So it's not going to be 30. It's going to be 40. Because 35 is between 30 and 40. Okay? It's between 30 and 40. So you round up, and the nearest tens would be 40. I don't know why I'm doing these. Okay? So 35 will not be pink. 35 is going to be blue. Okay? 35 is going to be blue. What about 38? What's in your ones place? An 8. Well, an 8. Is an 8 5 or more, or is it 4 or less? It's more. So you're going to round up, and that would be 40. So you would color that one blue. Okay? I hope this helps y'all. So look at number 2. It says write the 2 tens, each number's between. Circle the number it's rounded to. All right. 27. 27. If I had my number line and I had the number 27, what would it come between? Well, it comes before 20, right? And then 30 comes after. So those are my 2 tens that it's between, okay? A 20 and a 30. Which is it closer to? Well, what's in my ones place? A big fat 7. So that means we're rounding up. So guess where we're going? To the 30. So you would write 20 and 30, and you would circle 30. Okay? Okay. I'm going to switch it up now. We're going to go to the front of that lesson 140, because we are going to practice some borrowing. Your favorite thing. We're going to go visit our neighbors. All right, so you have 7,000 minus 2,116. Guys, I know that this is hard. Guys, you know that us teachers, your parents, other adults, we did school too. We know that when you're learning something new, that it is hard, okay? And I want y'all to understand that. We have been there. We know. But we don't know you need help unless you ask. So please ask your parents or ask your parents if you can call or FaceTime me or text me. I would love to hear from y'all. I don't mind. That's what I'm here for. Or I can make more videos. I do not mind whatsoever. We can do a live chat. I want you to learn. I want you to understand this. And if you're having trouble, I want to help you. Or your parents do too, okay? You just have to say something. This was hard for me when I was your age to do, and that was borrowing, especially when all those numbers were 0 on top. I had so much trouble with this. So it's okay. Don't be shy. Don't be discouraged to ask because you don't want someone to know that you don't understand it. Please don't. Okay? It's okay. I'm on my soapbox. Okay. So look, we have 7,000 minus 2,116. All right. Where do we always start, guys? Always, always, and forever. Your ones place. Here's your ones place. You have a 0 minus a 6. Well, if you had 0 candy bars, could you take 6 candy bars away from it? No. Can the 0 smush the 6 if it sat on top of it like it is? Mm-mm. So guess what? Knock, knock, Mr. Neighbor. Can I borrow a 1? Well, Mr. Neighbor's going to say, I don't have a 1.
I just have 0. I don't have anything to give you.
Right? So
He's going to say, let me see if Mrs. Neighbor has something.
well, he's going to go over to Miss Neighbor and go, knock, knock, Miss Neighbor.
Do you have a 1 I can borrow?
She's going to say, no, Mr. Neighbor, I don't have anything. I only have a 0. Let me see if I can go to Mrs. Thousand's place to see if she has any. Knock, knock, Mrs. Thousands. Can I borrow a 1? Well, sure you can. I have 7. Well, so Mrs. Thousand is going to give Mrs. Neighbor a 1. So we'll change the 7 to a 6, make Mrs. Neighbor a 10 because Miss Thousand gave her a 1. Do y'all see what I'm doing? Now guess what? Miss Neighbor's gonna go, knock, knock, Mr. Neighbor. I got a 1 I can give you now.
Oh, okay.
So she is going to let Mr. borrow a 1. So you take 1 from that 10 and you make that 10 a 9 and make Mr. Neighbor a 10. Y'all see that? Now, Mr. Neighbor's gonna come over to Mr. 1 and say,
hey, Mr. 1, Mrs. gave me a 1, so now I can give you a 1.
Okay? So, guess what? Mr. 0 can get a 1 now. So you're going to take a 1 away from the 10, make that a 9, and make that 0 in the 1's place a 10. Okay? Now, 10 minus 6, can I do that? Yes, I can. 10 minus 6 is 4. 9 minus 1 is 8. Another 9 minus 1 is 8. And then we have 6 minus 2. 6 minus 2 is 4. I'm going to put my comma right there between the 4 and the 8. 1, 2, 3, comma, 1. Okay? I know that sounds silly what I was doing, but I'm trying to get y'all to get it in your head, okay? This is hard. All right, I just did that with that one with you. Those are the only mistakes I'm really seeing from you guys is borrowing. Some of y'all are forgetting to borrow. Look at that. See if you need to ask Mr. Neighbor for a 1. Okay? Before we left school, I would see y'all at y'all's desk doing that. Knock, knock. Okay? Do that. Do it. Okay? Because eventually, it's going to get in your head, and you're going to know it like that. Okay? All right. Well, I had fun teaching y'all today, and I do miss y'all. Like I said, if you have any questions, your parents, whoever, do not hesitate to call, text, FaceTime, whatever you need to do. I'm here to help. Yes, I'm doing work. I'm teaching my kids too, but I will stop and help you. Okay? That's what I'm here for. Alrighty, y'all take care. Have a very nice rest of the week. Have a very nice weekend, and I will be back on Monday to do some more videos. I will try to get them uploaded in time so that y'all have them. It is hard for me because downloading is taking forever, and that's why sometimes you don't have them right away. And I apologize. I'm trying. But I have 1st through 8th grade. Actually, I say 7th grade, really. 8th grade, I don't really do them because we talk on the phone every day. But anyways, I'm here. I want to help you. Okay? I miss y'all. Take care. Keep safe and stay well, okay? And listen to your parents.